Hello, I'm Sophie and I'm still at Kechara Forest Retreat, Bentong, Malaysia. And this is what I'll be sharing from the 50th stanza on the spiritual teacher. For this session, I will share from page 21. Stanza 13. Never disturb your teacher's mind. Should you be foolish and happen to do this, you will surely boil in hell. Let me briefly share with you is a source that is from Rinpoche's blog, which I will share the link with later in my Facebook. And it says on stanza 13, at no time, by neither body, speech, nor mind, should you disturb your guru's holy mind. But if, out of deep ignorance or close-mindedness, you do, you will be born in the great hells and from all sides be burned by fire. The source of this statement is the secret ornamental moon spot tantra, one of the great tantric scriptures. It is also very clear in many sutras that you shouldn't cultivate friendship with those who have belittled their gurus. You shouldn't even drink water with them. If you do associate with them, your sacred words of honor will degenerate, and no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to achieve any powerful attainments. So as you can see, the dire consequences of belittling your guru, which is you will be reborn in the great hells and be burned by fire. And at the same time, it also discourages you to cultivate friendships with those who actually had belittled their gurus. And as it says that you shouldn't even drink water with them. This one is actually to protect your own mind, because if you associate with them, your mind could be influenced by them. And at the same time, when you have bad thoughts about your own guru, due to their influence, then you will gain the negative results, and you will not attain any of the attainments from your spiritual practice. So it is quite dangerous when you do not have the attainments and you mix with the wrong friends. And for stanza 14, whatever fearful hells have been taught, such as Avicii, the hell of uninterrupted pain, it is clearly explained that those who disparage their teachers will have to remain there for a very long time. And the sharing will be, visible consequences are those bad results that you can see in your lifetime. Invisible ones are those that you have to experience in future lifetimes. This verse refers to the latter, which is your future lifetimes, which means that if you disparage your guru, the consequences will be that you'll be reborn in the hells. And it is for a very long time. As mentioned before, if you disparage your guru, it's like disparaging the Buddha themselves. The great hell Avicii, the hell of uninterrupted suffering or immense heat, the hell without respite, the worst hell as described in the sutra teachings. Disciples who belittle their guru will be reborn in that hell, and they will have to remain there for a very long time. One of the great tantras, the ornament of Raja Essence Tantra, says that no matter how hard they try, abandoning sleep by night and food by day, even for aeons, disciples who belittle their guru will not only be unable to achieve any powerful attainments, they won't even have auspicious dreams, and all their practices will become causes for rebirth in hell. These are some of the invisible consequences of belittling your guru. The Heruka Root Tantra says that no matter how hard they try to receive initiations, enter the mandala and engage in tantric practices, disciples who have a very weak relationship with their guru, that is, if they belittle their guru, won't be able to achieve any powerful attainments. And the Guru Samaja Root Tantra says that if they properly cultivate a Vraja Guru, which is a tantric master, receive initiations and practice correctly, even disciples who have committed the 5 immediate negativities, the most serious of non-virtues, can attain enlightenment in that one lifetime, whereas those who have not created any such negativities but have belittled their guru from the depths of their heart will never be able to attain anything, no matter how they practice. Lama Tsongkhapa said that 50 verses of Guru devotion was written especially for disciples who take profound teachings from any gurus who just happen to be around but don't cultivate devotion to any of them. Out of his great compassion, Acharya Ashwagosha summarized what such disciples should do in order to help them understand their commitments properly. So as you can see that actually nowadays some would just conveniently take on teachings or initiations of practices without having a proper devotion or proper relationship with their guru, and these are the great downfalls that one have to be aware of, which is why Ashwagosha wrote the 50 stanza on the spiritual teacher as a guideline for disciples who do that. And the great Tilopa told Naropa, for all these reasons you should be skilled in cultivating proper guru devotion. And Jetsun Milarepa said that since the Guru is the quintessence of all the Buddhas, if you can see him in his real form of Dhammakaya, you will spontaneously and effortlessly receive all the inspirations and blessings of all the Buddhas. So if you can see your Guru as the Buddha, you will also be receiving the blessings of the Buddhas. And stanza number 15. Therefore exert yourself wholeheartedly never to belittle your tantric master, who makes no display of his great wisdom and virtues. It is now clear that we should... Sorry, let me go to the next page. Yes, there is. As your spiritual teacher is a Buddha, despising him is the same as hating all who are enlightened. The state of Buddhahood is one of the complete liberation from all suffering, ignorance, disturbing attitudes, and obstacles. It is the attainment of all good qualities, complete perfection, and total omniscience. Despising or belittling such a state by disparaging your teacher, you cast yourself in the opposite direction from happiness and freedom. Having contempt for wisdom and liberation, you gain instead bondage and pain. Such tormented states are what have been described in the scriptures as the various hells. Thus, there are great dangers in entering a teacher-disciple relationship. Your tantric master may be the one who has given you empowerments, a tantric discourse, or even the instructions on mandala drawing. As he has no pretension and is never boastful, he will always hide his good qualities and never hesitate to admit shortcomings. If you do not recognize such traits as indication of his perfection, humility, and skillful means, you may make the serious mistake of belittling or seeing faults in him. Having established a formal bond with this spiritual teacher and through him entered a pathway to Buddhahood, you have then cast yourself into terrible sufferings if from depths of your heart you break this link. Therefore, you must have great awareness, for although a proper commitment to your spiritual teacher will elevate you to full enlightenment, a breach of it will be your downfall. as you can see, it's quite clear that your teacher who has gained the attainments, who has gone on the path, gone on the spiritual path, and who has the knowledge, the wisdom, and the compassion. He's always humble, and in his humility he will always hide his attainments. So we should always view him as the Buddha, and never to have even bad thoughts towards our Guru, as he was the one who is compassionately giving us the teachings, the practices, and also the guidance. So as you have seen from the stanzas, how important it is that we do not disparage the Guru, and how negative the consequences would be if we do, that we will be reborn in the hells if we do that. So with that, I will end my sharing today, and please do contemplate how important it is that we always place our full trust, and if we were to trust and rely on our Guru, then we should always have the good thoughts, in viewing how we view our Guru. So thank you, and I will end this with completion dedication in Tibetan. Jangjub Sencho Rinpoche, Maki Panam Geyushi, Ke Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondo Pewashu, Tony Do Rinpoche, Maki Panam Geyushi, Ke Panam Pame Payang, Gone Gondo Pewashu, Daso Jini Sapa Gewadi, Tanang Groa, Gunda. Tandan Drowa Gunagam Padang, Jepa Jesu no Santrapai, Tamping in Borindu Sa, Se Sho, Kewa Kuntu Yandala Madan, Drami Jogi Palano Jojin, Sadam Langi Yate Razone, Doji Changi no Panotus, Gewadi, Yududa, Lamasang Yudrione, Drowa Chika Malupa, De Sala Gopashu, Joki Galposungapa, Josunampa Pewala, Geki Samasi Wadang, Tungi Malu Sangwasho, Dadam Sungi Dusundan, Drewa Sungi Latine, Gewa Losantrapai, Tampa River. Yushi ni modele sendele ni migunyandele shu musinta to dele pao kunjo sungi jingilo kunjo sungi ngoduso kunjo sungi trasi shu jesu nama kusera pinchi namka trini joge ke pada lo samten pedro mi sapsuni dro e musa tato ni yushi gangwe rawe ko wishin kam dem tendan dewa malu yuni chenren zi wan tenzin get so yi shape shi de badu den yushi tung pe ngodro malu pa den de dala sel duso Kodang den pa long shot nam ke pa so shik shuk den sel. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and for this we are ending the part that is explaining the conditions and consequences of abandoning or disrespecting our Guru. So the next session I'll be sharing on how do we cultivate the respect for our Guru. So thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll see you for the next session.